Yo. Good afternoon again. These are becoming very, very regular, these.
We're doing it. We're grinding, bro. You know what I mean?
Grinding hard. 2 streams a day, every day. Love to see it.
We're doing a good job.
Hopefully everyone's doing good in the chat.
Yeah.
Big up sub to Flying Pig United. Yes. He's funny, by the way, the Flying Pig United guy.
Oh, shit the bed.
He's funny, him. Yes. Appreciate you. With a tier 1 membership and that. It's funny actually because this guy's obviously a City fan. He's got a City badge, but he says sub to Flying Pig United even though he's a United fan. But he is funny though.
He's funny.
He is funny. And Darcy with the 2-month membership says yes. Darcy.
Let's get some yes. If you're an extra club member, put the yes emoji in the chat right now, guys. Come on, man. I want to see loads of yes flying in the chat. Now, you can only do it if you're an extra club member. If you want to join, link in the description. But I do want to see loads of them yes. I love it when people do either the fire emojis or the yes as we're loading in.
Yeah, when the fire emojis are going on in the intro, I've started doing the
He's on fire. A bit of news to talk about now regards Liam Delap and Cucurella and Brighton. This transfer's going a bit mad, to be honest. Now, before we get into it, guys, please make sure you drop a like on the stream. Really do help in these morning streams. The more likes we get, the more people we can get in the stream. So we're currently on 136 likes. Let's see if we can get that up to 150 likes, guys. So I only need like 15 people to smash that thumbs up button. Get us to 150. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. 60k is our next target, so any help towards that, massively appreciated. Chris Jenks, yes, bro. Welcome to the X-Club. Thanks a lot for rejoining, man, and helping support the channel. We appreciate you loads. Right, let's get stuck into it then. So, Liam Delap, interesting one, and a player that infuriates me, not because of him, but because of the way that I think the way he's been treated. Yeah, in my opinion, and the way that sort of his lack of integration into the side. Now, last season, there wasn't really much we could do because he took a horrible injury at the beginning of the season. He then only come back, I think, in like at the end of January, so he couldn't get a loan deal. And then basically it was just trying to get his fitness up because he'd missed 6 months, so he was never going to go on and start slamming like worldy performances because he needed to get his fitness back up. However, the season before that, obviously, you all know that me and Jordan, we got so frustrated about asking for Liam Delap to play that we just stopped talking about him.
We were genuinely, we refused to speak about him in our watch song stuff. It's mad because back then we didn't actually do as many live streams. We only did live streams for watch songs and that. Well, people know who came to them watch songs that when people would say, "Oh, what to speak about Liam Delap?" we'd just be like, "Nah." Yeah. Because there's no point in the comment section. People are like, "Oh, what about Liam Delap? Why are you just ignoring him?" We're just like, "Nah," because it's not happening, is it? Like we just got to the point where it's like, I mean, there was no point talking about it. Yeah. There's genuinely no point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, so basically the news on Liam Delap is that Brighton are interested in taking him on a loan deal. Now, this is obviously interesting because the Cucurella deal is still not complete, and obviously Cucurella plays for Brighton, and maybe this is City's way of, trying to help Brighton
sweeten the deal.
Yeah, sweeten the deal essentially. Obviously, Brighton want the big cash. Maybe City are like, well, we don't want to give you that big cash. We'll give you cash, but not the big cash. But we'll give you Liam Delap on loan. Obviously, if they're happy in taking Liam Delap, then that could be something that just helps push the deal across. But yeah, this has come from the Mail anyway. Brighton are interested in Liam Delap for Man City. The 19-year-old is likely to be available on loan and could come into discussions as Man City look to negotiate a £40 million deal with Marc Cucurella. So, to be fair, that price there, 40 million, that seems to be on the lower end of the scale. It sort of like ranges from 35 to 60 depending on what source you're going off. Yeah, it could be something. I think the lower the fee goes, the more likely it will be that someone is included in the deal.
Yeah, the thing is, if it's a £40 million deal and then like Liam Delap goes down on loan, that's a good move for Brighton. And obviously there was rumours of them wanting McAtee as well, but I think more stuff has come out from the City side that they kind of want to keep him in around the City squad. I guess it depends on him what to do. But I think with Delap, everything points towards him leaving on loan. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of clubs interested in for the past couple of windows. So I think it makes sense. And as well, then at least he'd get Premier League game time. And that, personally, I don't think he's going to get any game time at City this season with Haaland and Alvarez.
I don't.
So it pure makes sense. It pure makes sense for him to go there. And if it can help bring the price of the Cucurella deal down a bit, everything's going in the right way. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously Brighton want around 50 to 60 million apparently, and if we can get him for 40 million pound, but then they get Liam Delap on loan. That's a good deal.
That's what I'm saying. And Liam Delap's got good stats for the under-18s. He played 16 games, 10 goals, 7 assists. That's over a goal or assist a game. And for the under-23s, obviously stepping up a level, 36 games, 35 goals, 9 assists.
That is wild, that.
So he's clearly a hot prospect, and whenever I've seen him, I think he's a really talented player, but obviously he didn't get enough game time, and after, I think Lewis Gillis put it in the chat a moment ago, he played against Brighton, scored a goal, and never got a game again.
Oh, Bournemouth it was,
Bournemouth. That was ridiculous. He should have been playing minutes, and I think at that point it was like, something not right here. But, it looks like he's going to be on the way out, and I think that's the right thing. I think that he does need to leave the club now because, there's no point in him playing it. I went and watched him, actually. City were playing Rotherham in the Checker Trade Trophy, or whatever that trophy's called. And he got, I mean, to be fair, he was still coming back from fitness, but he looked like he struggled against adults, you know what I mean? And this is why I always say, like, players playing in the Premier League too for the reserve teams, it's not always a good thing, smashing it, scoring hat-tricks every game, because if they stay there too long, they get comfortable. They need to be challenged and challenged and challenged. And Liam Delap, in my opinion, has stayed there too long. And I'm worried about James McAtee because I don't want him to stay there too long. So I do think that Liam Delap now needs to make a move to another club.
Needs to step up, innit?
Yeah, and play against adults where he's going to be physically challenged. Because he's not... A lot of his goals now just comes from him running through and just barging players off the ball. Or, that's no good. He needs to be playing against adults where he can't just do that every game. And he needs to be a bit more smart at his positional play and that sort of stuff to improve. So... yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that, though. But it does look like Brighton are interested in Liam Delap. And obviously, with Alvarez and Haaland coming into City, you do think that... and obviously, I think people have spoke about possibly playing a 5 at the back with 2 up top. But I think the season will start as a 4-3-3 in my opinion. So he's already third choice, you know what I mean? And last season he was our only official striker last season, the season before, and he still didn't play. So it's unlikely that he's gonna feature any minutes there.
Yeah, I agree with that. Zohib says Liam Delap will be ready by the time Haaland joins Madrid. Yeah, so
well, when we do sell it, we probably will put some sort of buyback clause on him, I would imagine. Anyway,
yeah, if we were to full sell him, yeah, we'd definitely get a buyback in there.
Yeah. So whilst the comment is a joke, it might actually be true.
Yeah, it could actually be true, innit? Do you know what I mean? If Haaland did actually get off and then was like sweating, go get him, innit?
Right, exactly.
Chico Muene, I never know how to say your name, mate. You've been watching this channel for absolute time, innit? But I still don't know, so I'm just gonna call you Chico, innit? With a $6, yes, says, guys, this is off topic. Please give my boys Trip, Danny, and Luther a shout out. These are die-hard City fans.
Yes, boys.
Yes, boys.
Up the lads.
And Indranil. With the new membership, yes, welcome to the tier 1, mate.
Yeah.
Now you can put the yes in the chat and that, and also get yourself in the Discord server.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Guys, make sure you smash a like on the stream. We're currently on 198 likes, 500 people in the stream. Let's get that up to 250 likes rapid, guys. So please drop a thumbs up on the stream if you're enjoying it. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. So yeah, that's the Liam Delap thing. So what do people think about this Liam Delap? How do we think that Liam Delap's developed? You know what I mean? How do are we happy with what's going on? Does anyone think that he never had the talent to make it? Because I think he had the talent to make it. I just don't think he got the opportunities. What are people saying? Let's have a look at some of your comments. Let's get this interactive stream today, man. Let's have you in the chat, innit? What you think about Liam Delap? Chris Jenks says a season at Brighton might do him good. Injury kind of screwed him. The injury screwed him this season, but the season before he wasn't injured and he never played. So, burst, you're right on this season. The season before he never played. All right, Lewis, what are you saying? I'd prefer to leave. Oh, prefer him to leave, to be honest. Yeah, well, I think he needs to leave.
I think him leaving is just better for him as a player, not just us as a football club, because it doesn't look like he's going to get any time here anyway. So it seems like he'd just be wasting his time here. I mean, it's a very fine line, because if he stays, he is training around some great players. You know what I mean? Like, and with Haaland coming in, Alvarez coming in, he'd be training with some good strikers as well. Do you know what I mean? Haaland being one of the best striker prospects in the world, he'd be training with him. So sometimes it is good, like Phil Foden, that to be a sponge and keep everyone there to train with them. But I personally, I think with Delap, he needs to be pushed against, like you said before, against adults.
I don't think Pep rates him, or there's something gone on behind the scenes.
So do you reckon it could be attitude?
Could be. I don't know what it could be. It could be any whole host of reasons. But there's some, in my opinion, that goal that he scored against Bournemouth was top class, with his weak foot as well. It was top class. The movement, the shot, it was brilliant. And he played really good in that game. Now, for him to not play a single minute after that, pretty much, I just think that there's something must have gone on behind the scenes. And if nothing's gone on behind the scenes, then Pep just simply mustn't rate the guy. Because I just don't see how the guy's not got more minutes. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, seemingly there is something there. There's something they don't like, innit? There's obviously something they don't like. Something that we don't know, which is behind the scenes. So obviously Pep has never trusted him, even though in that game he did score.
Yeah.
So it's unless Pep, because obviously they see more than what we see. So maybe they know that against more physical players that he struggles a little bit. So they've held off on it, like they couldn't trust him in that. Ollie says Delap has poor attitude. I've heard about it firsthand as a reason Pep did not fancy him at all for the last 2 seasons.
Well, if that's true, well, obviously you said,
and he did get a few red cards, didn't he?
If that is true, then that is ridiculous, because a young player like that, with all the talent that he has, it's just going to go to waste. You know what I mean? And well, he won't go to waste. He'll still have a good career, I think, because he's got the talent, but he'll never fulfil his potential if he does have a bad attitude. Actually, I don't know if he has a bad attitude. Obviously, Ollie's saying that he knows it firsthand, but I don't know. I just hope I hope it's not true, but then there must be something, because there must be a reason that he's not played. There must be. We've not had a striker for the last 2 years, and he's a striker, one of the best up-and-coming players in the academies.
Yeah, Mank Sam says I'd love to see what he's like on throw-ins. Same. Shardlight says bye robots. He said if we don't say hi to him, that means we're robots, and we are robots, mate.
Yeah, Anthony Gaming comes in with a £5 dono. Yes, Anthony, thanks a lot for the dono, bro. He says Australia get really hot summer in December to February, sometimes in the mid-30s and 40s. So it's like winter now for you, innit? You're chilling. Literally.
Literally chilling, isn't it? That's paying that. Imagine us having to do the watch-alongs in here with that kind of weather.
Yeah, paying.
From December to February as well, where it's dead busy. Especially December, bro. I mean, this year won't be too bad with the World Cup, but still.
See, interesting comment here from Hannah, but and this is interesting. It says if he's that good, he would get more game time, even just a couple of minutes in the Premier League, like Cole Palmer. That's true, but if there's an underlying issue there, which takes away, regardless of his talent, i.e. his attitude, or he don't work hard enough in training or whatever, then don't matter how good you are, Pep Guardiola's not going to play you, especially if you're an academy player. So yes, you might be right on one hand, but I don't think that is correct. I do think he has the talent to play at a top level, and I think that he had the talent to at least try him for a couple of games. In my opinion, based on what I've seen. So I don't think that is correct. I think that they must, in my opinion, I think something's gone on behind the scenes. Either his attitude, when he's away from football, what he's doing, off the pitch, he doesn't train hard enough, respect for older players. I don't know what it is. It could be a whole host of things. It could be that you're correct and Pep just simply doesn't think he's got the talent for it. But from what I've seen quite a lot of Liam Delap, I think he does have the talent for it. So that leads me to believe that there's something going on behind the scenes. Obviously, Ollie B there said in the chat that he's heard firsthand that he does have a bad attitude. Everything lines up for me to say that something's going on behind the scenes.
Well, Klosowski, Steven says, everyone has talent. It's the chance and the character, mate. Do you know what I mean? That your character can make, innit? Like, Ollie says it's off the pitch. I kind of out what I heard. Obviously, Ollie's not going to say what he heard personally, innit? But... like it's an off the pitch issue, but do you know what I mean? He might be a really, really good in training. Do you know what I mean? He might absolutely slam it, but if your attitude isn't there, Pep ain't gonna play you. Pep's that kind of manager who will bin off players the way that your attitude is. Do you know what I mean? He's done it like to superstars, bro, all his career. So he's not gonna have any problem doing it to a young striker like Liam Delap. He'll just be like, you need to sort your head out before you get any chance of playing in this squad.
Yeah.
So maybe now the club, obviously we've heard rumours of him going on loan. Maybe last season the plan was for him to go on loan, but then he got the injury.
Yeah.
So maybe now in this summer we'll use him, loan him out to the Prem. If we sell him, we include buybacks or anything like that, and then he can really get tested somewhere else. And it might help him learn if he's got like a bad attitude in that and he goes somewhere else other than City. Because he might be like, oh, he's got this bad attitude. This is all hypothetical, by the way. He has a bad attitude. He's not getting the game time at City. And then he's just kind of spiraling in the same thing. Do you know what I mean? Just being like, he's still got the same bad attitude and he's still not playing. But if you go somewhere else... and then he actually plays some games in that, it might like fix him up a little bit. Or if you go somewhere else and he's still got a bad attitude, he doesn't play there, he might realise that he has to change himself, grow up a little bit.
Well, the facts are this. Liam Delap is not going to make it at Man City now.
No.
That's just a fact. Just a fact.
With Haaland and Alvarez, there's no chance.
So City now need to look at how they can best get value out of Delap, and Delap needs to see how he can better grow his career. That's just how it's going to be. Andy gave me with another £5 donor. Yes, it says, when's the Mark Cucurella deal going to get done? By Tuesday, and then we can get Calvin Phillips done on the same day. Well, it would be pretty sick if they got them done on the same day. It'd be difficult for content, but it'd be sick if we got it on the same day.
Content-wise, it'd be nice if they spread it out a little bit. But, just to get some hype, but obviously it's fast approaching the pre-season, and the rumour is that we want them both done by then.
There's a guy on Twitter, right, called Jimmy McCann, right? This is his bio. Lost my old account at 22k followers. I'm a retired agent with many contacts still in the game. Follow for more transfer news. And he's just said that the Mark Cucurella deal is a done deal, 4-year contract, announcement coming soon. Now, obviously, source-wise...
Yeah, but I could make that account, innit, and say...
he has 8,000 followers.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. And he lives in Valencia. So he's obviously got some dough.
Oh, so maybe... And, do you know what I mean? Spanish Cucurella, innit?
Should I Google his name? See, like, Jimmy McCann, football agent.
Spanish Jimmy McCann.
I don't know if there's anything there.
Nah.
Oh, wait. No. Jimmy McCann.
There's his profile picture.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. If that's a legit thing, but
yeah, why 4, not 5? 4 years does sound a bit weird. 5 years is usually the deal, and City always do 5-year deals usually.
Yeah,
maybe they just couldn't agree a 4-year deal because Cucurella might want to go to.
I mean, it ain't the best source, is it? But I'm just saying that he's put on Twitter that it's a done deal. which is interesting. And obviously with the Delap thing, maybe the City are just like finalising that. It's just it's quite interesting that finally now Delap's being linked with a move to Brighton. It's sort of like Brighton and City have done the deal, and then Brighton have gone, oh, by the way, just before we sign this is what's the situation with Liam Delap? And City go,
any chance of us taking him? Yeah.
Let's have a look at this then and see if we can do some sort of deal. You know what I'm saying?
This might be why it's delayed a little bit longer, because obviously we heard the other day that personal terms have been agreed.
Yeah.
This might be why it's just delayed a little bit longer, is because Brighton might have gone, in fact, what about this Delap guy? If we knock a bit of the cash down, can we get this Delap guy on loan for a season or 2 seasons?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
So that legit could be a thing. It legit could be a thing.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. So it'll be interesting to see that. By the way, guys, we have just hit 250 likes. Let's smash that thumbs up button. Let's get it to 300 likes, guys. Come on, 50 people out of 600 of you. All you need to do is press that thumbs up button. Get us to 300. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're heading for 60,000 subscribers. We might have another 60,000 subscriber party in it because they're pretty cool.
They are good, them, innit?
So, make sure you subscribe to it. Notification bell as well so you don't miss any of those streams, guys. Sub to Flying Pigs just come in with a donation. He says, minute silence for United's transfer window. Like Spike, sub up LFVG in. Okay, I don't know what the end means, but minute silence for United's transfer window. Have they signed anyone yet?
United? No.
Yeah. Why?
Because you know what they've done instead?
Yeah.
They've paid themselves £11 million in dividends.
Yeah, it's hard times, bro. I'm not surprised, bro. You see the price of fuel. These guys out here in LA, bro, driving like Hummers and like, Chevrolets, 5-litre whippages. They need the cash, bro. It's not easy out here.
Not easy out here for them Glazers, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? They need that small cash injection of 11 mil. Do you know what I mean? To congratulate him for a very good season. Do you know what I mean? But nah, they're having a bad time. They're going heavy on De Jong. There's clearly a disconnect between the price that United are offering and thingy they
and
want.
Whether De Jong actually wants to go.
Because the rumour is that he wants to come to City, innit?
When he was asked in that transfer window, he didn't give normally when a player's at a club and they know that they're going to move to a club, they're sort of like, oh, no, I don't really want to speak about it, or like, I'm flattered by the interest or whatever, but like, I'm focused on Barcelona. He was like, nah, I want to stay at Barcelona, like, nah,
he was like, please don't sign me, innit?
He's like, I'm at the best club in the world, why would I want to leave? You know what I mean? Like, he don't want to go there. He doesn't want to go. So the only reason he will go is if United stump up mega cash to Barcelona and they stump up mega cash on a weekly payment plan with Frankie de Jong, bro. Because he's gonna want crash. He don't want to go.
Bro, it's wild. It is wild. And then obviously I think they're in for that Anthony from Ajax. I feel like they're 2 signings that they probably will end up at United by the end of the season.
Terrible decision.
But as well, I feel like they've needed a CDM for years. They're still not going getting a CDM, which I find weird. And they've lost loads of players.
Well, this is who they've lost this summer. Lee Grant, massive loss. Juan Mata, Edison Cavani, Jesse Lingard, Paul Pogba, and Nemanja Matic. So there's 6 players there.
So the only 2 CDMs is Fred and McTominay.
Yeah, both are not good enough.
Both aren't good enough. Yeah, you need a CDM in there. Your other midfielders are Bruno.
I don't even think he's good enough for like. If you want to win titles, I don't think Bruno Fernandes is good enough. I think Bruno Fernandes, right, is like Christian Eriksen, a very, very good player, but not good enough to win a league. You know what I mean? Not good enough to play for Liverpool or City as a starting player.
Apparently they're after Christian Eriksen, which I can't even think who's the other midfielder, bro. If they had Fred in midfield, say as CDM,
yeah.
Say I don't know what Ten Hag plays in it, but say you went for a 4-3-3, one CDM. So you got Fred as your CDM.
Yeah.
Who's your other 2 midfielders? Yeah, you'd have Bruno Fernandes and then who? Right. Van der Beek. It'd be Van der Beek, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So this is the lineup that they played. De Gea, right? Oh, De Gea. I always say De Gea, but De Gea. Wan-Bissaka's not good enough for Man United.
And he's leaving.
Lindelof's not good enough. Harry Maguire. Is not good enough to be captain. Is he good enough to play there? Maybe. He needs to not be captain though. Luke Shaw, not good enough. Scott McTominay, not good enough. Paul Popper's left. Jesse Lingard's left. Bruno Fernandes is good enough right now, but I don't think he's good enough to be like a title-winning side, which is obviously where United want to get back to. Jadon Sancho just needs a little bit more time, and Cristiano Ronaldo is old, and he should leave, in my opinion. They have no team.
Yeah,
On the bench, Juan Mata is left. Marcus Rashford is, I don't know what his problem is right now. Fred isn't good enough. Rafael Varane isn't good enough in my opinion. Diego Dalot, not good enough but works hard. Dean Henderson, obviously second choice goalkeeper.
And he's getting off to Nottingham Forest.
And he's getting off. Alex Telles, not good enough. Nemanja Matic, gone. Anthony Elanga, still very young. But they actually have no players, bro. They have no players.
They have no depth at the moment. It's weird. Do you know what I mean? We need to do a United in crisis again. It's like on Goldbridge and it's City in crisis.
Honestly, they're in a bad situation.
They are in a bad situation. They've got a lot of ground to make up, and it makes sense when you look at that why Ragnick came out and was like, they need 10 players.
Yeah.
And they binned him off for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Chris Graves coming with a £5 donation. Yes, Chris. Thanks a lot for the support, man. Says minutes for an attacking Prem team would do Delap wonders. If it helps get the Spanish hair with legs in a City shirt, then bonus.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think get him some minutes in the Premier League, and then we can finally see his actual level. Do you know what I mean? Rather than just playing the Premier League 2 all the time, and that where he's clearly just him and McAtee.
Yeah, I don't even think the Premier League. He just needs to play against adults.
Yeah.
He needs to play against adults where he can't just bully players. And this is why City right now have smashed it with their youth setup. They're always trying to push players up an age group. Because what you got to remember is, right, when these kids get picked up when they're young, when they're like 8, 9, 10 or whatever, and they're getting picked up as like youth players and City are bringing them in, they're already the best team. So when they've been playing Sunday League football down at the local parks, every single weekend, they are the best player on the pitch. And it's not even hard for them. So they're not really learning anything there because all they're doing is every week they turn up, get the ball, score a hat-trick, right, buzzing. But you're not learning anything. That's what it's about, it's education. So then they get brought into the setup, right, the City setup. Okay, now they're playing with all of the same type of levels as them. So then it's a bit difficult because then when they're playing against each other, it's actually they're playing against their skill level.
Yeah.
But they're still playing against their skill level. Where you can really, really take it up a notch is by saying, I'm not going to play you against the kids on the park because you'll terrorise them. I'm not going to play them against kids your level because you'll soon get your way into it. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take you and I'm going to put you in the year group above where the lads are bigger than you, they're stronger than you, they've got a year extra, training on you, and then you're going to have to see it. And then that's when they really have to start using the brain, man. Because football isn't just all about the technical ability. You see loads of people with mint technical ability, but they haven't got a brain cell and they make the wrong decisions.
But you also see the reverse of that, where some players aren't as technically gifted, but they have a very, very good football brain. Well, makes them a very good player.
And this guy is technically not the best technically gifted, but he is technically gifted, but he's slow. That Orazabal guy.
Oh yeah.
He's got a very good football brain. He's good on the ball. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's terrible on the ball. He's good on the ball, but he's not like David Silva or like Santi Cazorla. But he's a bit slow. Santi Cazorla's another good one in terms of he's not got the pace, but he has that control of the ball and he has the football brain. Santi Cazorla's one of my favourite players of all time. Absolutely love the guy because he was so good on the ball and his football brain was insane. So he needs to play against adults.
I mean, to be fair, Jeff's there says to make a diamond, you need pressure. I mean, and him playing at his current level, he's got no pressure at all because he's walking it.
Yeah. Exactly. These players need to be challenged, and you often see it in the academies. You see like 16-year-olds being put in the EDS teams playing against 21-year-olds. You know what I mean? And then if they have a bad game, what you got to remember is, but he's 16. In 5 years' time, he'll still be playing in this academy team.
Yeah, that's wild.
So we just have to City doing it the right way. I think that something has gone wrong behind the scenes with Liam Delap.
Matt, by the way, we're talking about Delap.
Yeah, and obviously in terms of Delap, it's a sad situation because obviously he had so much promise, but at the end of the day, he had the perfect opportunity. For the last 2 years, we've played without a striker, and he had the opportunity to come in. And to be fair, he did that against Bournemouth and scored a goal. What happened after that? I'd love to know what happened after that, bro. I'd genuinely love to know.
I'd love it. We had like some like behind the scenes access to like the beef. Do you know what I mean? Like basically what goes on. We need an all or nothing, innit? No, that's what we needed. By the way, just as a side note on the all or nothing thing, haven't Arsenal got an all or nothing for this season?
Apparently, so they have one coming out, which it should be pretty.
Honestly, the football content, the banter football content, you got the Pogmentary, whatever it's called, which is the worst rated series in IMDb, by the way. Apparently, I don't know why they've done that. It just made him look like a dick. And then you got Arsenal's all or nothing in it, so it's good content.
Yeah. No,
that was just a side note.
I'm looking forward to that Arsenal and nothing. But yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with these academy players. Look, at the end of the day, there's a 99% chance that all academy players, you know, if you look at every academy player, there's a 99% chance that you're not going to make it because there's too many of them. You know what I mean? There's like, 15, 16, 17 in each age group. You know what I'm saying? So you need to find that diamond, but then you need to make sure that diamond's polished as well, bro. You know what I mean? And Liam Delap is an example of a diamond that might not be polished, bro.
Because you can find the diamond, right? Basically, you can find the guy who should... Extra, innit? You can find the guy who should be it. You can find that guy who should be it, but then if you don't basically push him in the right way, then he'll never get it.
Bro, we're talking such nonsense, isn't it? You don't push him in the right way.
We were talking like we're academy experts here, isn't it?
So funny, man.
Because me and LB, we train a lot of people, innit? We train we've trained a lot of superstars. So we know how to do this, innit? Bro, if Liam Delap's watching this, he'd be like, these two are just chatting shit.
I know. It's mad, isn't it?
He'd be like, attitude, nah, that's not why I'm never here.
I know. It's actually crazy. Right, anything else you want us to speak about, guys, before we get on with the rest of the day?
I did see someone say Yao Felix. Michael said Yao Felix. What do you think about the Yao Felix thing? I think it's bullshit, to be honest.
It was out for an hour, wasn't it? And then it got killed off. We weren't on signing Yao Felix, guys. If we're going to sign an attacking player, it's going to be a winger. It's not going to be in a false nine or a striker position.
There's more chance of us going getting Rafael Leao than Yao Felix.
It's going to be, if we're going to sign an attacking player, it'll be a fast forward. It will not be Yao Felix or like a Bernardo Silva or a David Silva type player. It'll be a fast winger. So it's not going to be him. You want to speak about the new goalkeeper? I mean, we spoke about it a little bit yesterday, but Ortega does look like he's going to be signing with City on a free transfer.
3-year deal, apparently, for him.
Yeah.
Which is it's actually... Apparently medical's scheduled, the date for it. Obviously, it's a 3-year deal. They're not saying anything on Zach Steffen because the club wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But Zach Steffen, it pretty much spells the end for it. Like we said in our stream yesterday.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see where Zach Steffen goes.
More news as well, actually. Serge Gnabry yesterday.
Oh.
Nothing City, unfortunately. Bayern want to keep him.
Pay him the money then?
Bayern want to keep him, but I think he just wants to get off. Another thing that we didn't really speak about yesterday either was Nkunku's new deal, which was so weird. Like, because obviously he had a year left on his contract, but he signed a 2-year extension, but now has a €60 million release clause in there. So it's kind of protected the cash for them next season.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if someone wants him next year, you could go get him. If City want him next year,
that does seem a really ridiculously low price. Because the thing is, right, he's had an incredible year this year. Did he smash it the year before as well, or was it just this year that he come through? Let's have a look at his stats. Because he's a bit like, what's his face at Liverpool? They've just signed Nunes. Nunes only had one good year. So yeah, the year before he did 40 appearances, 7 goals, 11 assists, which is decent, but it's nothing special. And then obviously last year, just gone, 50 appearances, 35 goals, 19 assists. So incredible stats. So he's a bit like Nunes in many respects, where Nunes didn't have the best year the year before, but this year smashed it. But they've obviously spent €100 million, and you can get this guy for €60 million as well next season. If he even has a season half as good as that, he will be sold next summer.
Oh, without a doubt.
If he gets 17 goals and 10 assists, that's 27 in 50. That's every goal every other game. He gets moved
without a doubt. I think it's a good move for other clubs that are looking at him.
Yeah,
because they can now proper assess it with another year. Kind of like the Leao thing, innit? We said, like, about Leao, it might be better for City to hold off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Have proper scouting for a year, because they might have been scouting for time, but proper scouting for a year. See if he puts up a 6th season again this season, and then if he's sick, go for him next season.
You know what? He's under such high pressure on Nkunku, because his agent is basically sat there saying, right, you've just smashed it, yeah? You've just signed a new contract with a €60 million release clause, which any club in Europe, that's in the Champions League can basically afford. You've just hit numbers this season, 35 goals, 19 assists in 50 games, which are unheard of, mate. They are like wild stats. That's like Messi numbers type thing, yeah? If you hit them numbers again next season, you will have the pick of the clubs to join, and you will get big cash. You go in £300 grand a week straight away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, the pressure that this guy's under right now,
He is in heavy pressure mode.
He's got 9 months, because obviously that's the length of the season, to smash it. And if he does, he goes to Real Madrid or City or Chelsea or Liverpool, something like that.
He set the bar so high, innit? So then, but like you say, at least a good thing for him is he can think to himself, like you say, if I even just have half of the season that I've had this season, I'll smash it. So he just got to back himself, innit? He just got to back himself to do bits again, just like he did this year.
Yeah.
Which I mean, he's got an exciting career ahead of him. It'd be interesting to see where he goes, because I do think he'll probably get off, and I think he will smash it this season.
I agree. Right, guys, we'll leave it there then. Thank you very much for joining us. So, yeah, just a conclusion. Liam Delap is in talks, as we believe, being talks with Brighton. The news for Cucurella, and that moves ever closer. Is it just City have agreed a deal with Cucurella and Brighton now, and they're just sort of wrapping up this Delap thing to sort of tie it all in together? So it could be done very, very shortly. Calvin Phillips, not much on that yet. There was a guy on Twitter yesterday that said he's seen the Leeds guy and Tiki Bergerstein was in Manchester together, and he's seen them together, but didn't have time enough to get a picture. Whether that's true or not, you believe it yourself. So yeah, if that next week I reckon.
If that is true, then you'll start seeing Phillips news popping off soon.
Please name a footballer for an edit. Santi Cazorla. There you go, bro. I know it's not a City player, but Santi Cazorla, one of my favourite players of all time. Go do an edit on him, bro, and at me on it. At me on Twitter so I can see it.
Yeah, make sure that's City Expod. I want to see it, innit? I'm big on graphics, innit?
Right, guys, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much. Make sure you smash a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one. See you later.
To the bits.